covering multiple topics. So I'll just show you the topics. Right, so orientation, which is we already done last week, but still, if any of you have questions, we will do a live session maybe today, tomorrow, sometime later. That's what we are doing, what we're going to achieve, right? These all things will be covered in that one. How we are doing it, what is the timeline? People will have a lot of questions, so we can discuss in that live session. Okay, then let us get into the where we start. For that, today we'll cover the basics, in the sense what technology we are using. Say right now we are communicating, right? How we are communicating? Through internet. So how this internet works, how the communication is working, how people are accessing. Tomorrow you might launch your we are talking about personal branding, we are talking about social media management, right? How people are accessing the social media today, right? How it is happening through internet, right? So let us cover that topic, maybe next couple of minutes, or maybe half an hour. What is internet? How it works? So you should be having an idea of it, the basic understanding. We are not getting into networking, or there is, again, it's a huge subject. So any of you from IT background, you can actually pick the topic and get into that in advanced level. But right now, let us look at the basic level of how internet works. So anyone can answer, like, can someone tell me how internet is working right now? Okay guys, tell me how telephones are getting communicated. I mean, if I make a call, right, or you're making a call to your cousin, how the call is happening?
Usually, internet works through IP address.
Superb. IP address.
Data, whatever we give, like data and media across the internet. It transmits through interconnected devices, and IP address is used.
Superb. So IP address is what? Identity, right? Now if I have to make a call to you, what I need a mobile number. So that's identity for you, and I have one more mobile number, right? So we both have a different identity. So when you're making a call, so you'll be dialing the number, right? So how this call process happens, that means when I'm sitting in Bangalore, so Hanu is sitting in Vizag. Now how we both are communicating, how the call happens. Now when I'm making a call from Prakash is here, Hanu is here. Now when I dial the number, how the call is actually connecting to Hanu? Through wireless or wired? How it is?
Now wireless.
So I mean, from here is it going through wireless up to Vizag? Okay. So how it works is, we have nearest tower, right? Where I'm staying, maybe nearest to that there might be a tower which will actually take the communication. I mean, when the moment I dial, it will find out. From the tower, there is a cable laid from Bangalore to Vizag, and inside, near Vizag, whatever the tower is available, from there it connects to Hanuratan. So the communication is happening through what? A cable. Various cables are there, copper cables, fiber, right? Now let us talk about, how you are able to communicate to the person who is across the, globe. Maybe, maybe Pranati is making a call to her friend who is in US through internet call or WhatsApp call. She made a call. Now she is able to speak instantly with the person who is actually other side of the globe, right? How she is able to make? How quickly? Is it a wireless again? Okay. So that is not wireless again. It's a wired connection, right? That means from India to United States, there is a cable laid. What cable they are using, that and all. Yes, of course, technology, right? So we use something called fiber optics, fiber technology, right? That cable will take your signal in a light. I mean, in the light form, the internet goes through from here to there. That means now maybe Pranati is sitting here, Ramya is sitting, in Vizag. Now, when Pranati sends an email, immediately in Ramya's system it pops up saying that you got an email, right, from Pranati. How fast it is happening? Within milliseconds, right? How it is happening? Because there's a fiber cable connected between these, all the cities actually, right? Earlier also there is a copper cables, but there was a, of course, there used to be electrons used to be flow in the cables, right? But when you making kilometers of cables, like thousands of kilometers, right? Copper cables is not sufficient. So that's how this works. So maybe you guys can actually go and find out in internet, right? Just say undersea cables. Go to images, you'll be able to understand how all the countries are getting connected. See this is a kind of a world map. See, from India, right, we are here. From here, all the cables are connected to all the countries. That's why when any cyclone happens, or some kind of when tsunami happened, or any earthquakes happens and all, right, we face the internet becomes slow. Why? Because our cables are laid like this from one country to another country. In between some issue happens, right, these guys will go there and rectify that. Who engineers? See this guy. I mean, in this image you can see, right, there's a person sitting under the sea bed, right, on the seabed and rectifying the issues. So there are engineers. So in India, if you see, you will be able to, okay, this map is not that clear, but you guys try to find it out. It's a good subject if you guys wanted to learn, right? So next, fine, now Pranati is sitting in here, Ramya is sitting somewhere across other state or something. Now how will Pranati's email box will come to know Ramya is sitting there? I mean, this is where I should deliver the email. How the systems will come to know? Okay, so let us take an example here. Okay, so you guys understood, right, how the internet is connected? So basically what is internet is combination of multiple or millions of networks coming together is internet. Okay, in layman's language. So you having your own network in your home, I'm having here different network. These networks coming together, like us, there are millions networks across the globe. All these networks coming together is internet. That's all, right? Now this internet, how I will identify? That means now if we are all sitting in one room, right? Now if someone is calling me my name, I'll be able to answer yes, right? In your college, when you're giving attendance, right, you will be when HOD calls your name, you will say yes, I am present, because you are there and they are able to identify you with your name. Same way in mobile, I'll be able to dial your number, then it gets connected. So in internet, how it happens is, like Pranati said, IP address. So every device will have an IP address, guys. Okay, so that's how we'll be able to communicate. Okay, so when you have IP address and you're sitting anywhere, we are actually getting to know each other. But there are millions of networks, right? That means across the globe, there are millions of users right now. Now millions of users are there. Now I am here, Prakash. You are one of the millions of users, one of the user, right? Now how will I be able to identify you? Maybe today you are in Vizag. Maybe later you will travel to Delhi. You'll keep traveling, right? If you keep traveling, then how will I identify where should I deliver? There should be a system in between where it will guide. Saying that, okay, let us take this example, guys. Postman. Okay, so today I sent one courier to Ramya. Ramya's say, street so and so street she's staying. So I sent a courier to her. Now the postman in that local area, he will know, right, where she's staying, because he already giving the couriers from very long in that area. So he knows, okay, Ramya means, okay, she's from so and so street. He will go and deliver. What if she changes her address? There should be some kind of update, right? Ramya should update to postman, or he has to go and check. He has to check with the local people saying that, okay, where they are staying. Same way, internet also works. Okay. Now today, when I'm reaching yahoo.com, okay, I'll go to internet, I'll type yahoo.com. Right. Immediately there is one system kicks in called DNS. Okay, of course, so let me put this way. So I'm trying to browse Yahoo. For me, there is a guy called DNS who will sit there and help me. This DNS, what his job is, yahoo.com, where it is, they're supposed to locate, that's all. Maybe Yahoo is running servers in Singapore, India, like this, maybe multiple countries they have servers, right? So for me, when I'm browsing, right, from sitting in Bangalore, they should be able to identify, okay, this DNS will start helping you, saying that, okay, Yahoo is whether it is in Singapore or in India. So if it is, since I'm browsing from India, it is easy to connect them to India server so that it will load faster, right? Tomorrow, if this guy is changing from India to a different location, this DNS will get that update saying that, okay, these guys are changed from this location to this location, right? Fine guys, don't get confused. It might be, too much for us for today, but these are basics I'm telling you. Okay, tomorrow when you might launch your website, say Ramya is coming with askramya.com. She launched a website. Okay, tomorrow if this website stops working, okay, I am actually registered in her website. Maybe she's counseling. She's counseling, students after 10th standard what subjects to be picked. Something like that. She doing counseling kind of a website she's running. Now there are 1,000 people registered. Now suddenly website goes down. She should understand how it went down, from where the actual issue started or where issue is happening. So she'll be able to rectify that. So these 1,000 people, when they are reaching, they will not have any problem. If she has to do that, she should have this basic understanding. That's it. Of course, there are people who will help you when you buy the services, right? They'll help you. But initially, you should have that basic understanding. Okay, this is where the problem happened. Then it will be easy for you to get that problem fixed. You will be able to call the right person immediately. If not, what will happen? I don't know any basics here. Now, something happened, website went down. So I have to start asking 10 different people. Right? By the time these 1,000 people who's already following Ramya, what will happen? In that 500 people will go and look for different website. That's what happens, right? When you're browsing Amazon.in. Just imagine if the website goes down for some time, what you guys will do? Will you wait? No, right? Immediately you'll go to Flipkart and buy. You guys agree?
Yes.
Okay. So any confusion here, guys? Okay, fine. So this is what basics, right? How internet is connected, because you might be running this askramya.com website, you might be putting in Singapore. Now, if you know these basics, you will know where is the problem. Immediately what will happen? You'll be able to rectify that problem. If not, immediately you'll move the server to Singapore to maybe, US. Sorry. From Singapore to US, you will be able to move it. Immediately people will be able to connect. So you are not losing these 500 people who is already following you. Right? So the chance of, losing the business will be less. Right? And second thing is your reputation. If your website goes down, you're doing, very good job, right? People started following you, and they started giving you good feedback, all this, right? Suddenly, if your website goes down, that will create a negative impact. That means you not only lost these 500 people, you will also lose the reputation. That means these 500 people who is already following you, right? They'll also start putting negative comments, saying that their website goes down, their website loads slow, something like this negative feedback starts coming. So tomorrow, next month, whoever is about to follow you, we are going to lose them as well. That's why it is very important to maintain these things. To maintain that, it is better to have the basic understanding. That's all. Okay, so this is on the internet part. Anything else you guys have questions, like, Pranati?
I don't have any questions.
You don't have any questions. Tejashwini? Okay, you guys understanding, right?
Yeah.
Good. So we are talking about here, one is IP address, then second is what? DNS. So IP address is what? Your identity. Everyone will have their identity. Now for example, Hanuratan, he is sending me an email. Okay, when he is sending me an email, from where it gets initiated? From his system. That means that system should have an identity. Then only he will be able to send. Without identity, he cannot send an email. And when I am receiving also, I should have an identity. That means I should also have one IP address. So you just go to Google and search for what is my IP. Okay, so you'll be able to get to know what is your IP address, like this. Right, so this is your IP. This is how you represent globally. Of course, in your home internet, when you're using it, this IP will keep changing, right? Maybe after 1 hour or tomorrow, if I check, right, it will be showing you different IP. But this will be there. I mean, everyone will have an IP address. So that's what your identity. Okay, there are two IP addresses, guys. One is your local IP. That means, okay, I'll just take 2 more minutes. You are sitting in home, right? Maybe you switched on your mobile hotspot. When you clicked on hotspot and when you connecting to your laptop, then you have a mobile 1. Then you might have a mobile 2. Like this, you have 3 devices, right? These 3 devices will represent with different IP addresses. That means LAN IP, local IP, you can say. Okay, it will be like something like 192.168.1.10. Then mobile 1 will get 1.11. Mobile 2 get 1.12. Like this. These are LAN IP address. Okay, but as a whole, I mean, overall, right, you will be representing something like one public IP address. Okay, these are called LAN IP. Now maybe Tejaswini is using laptop, right? It will be 1.10. She is also using mobile. Her mobile number IP address will be 1.11. So whichever device she uses to send an email, she might be using a laptop to send an email or mobile to send an email. All will represent with what? One public IP. Right. So, okay, maybe one example would be in your street there might be different people are. I mean, with your same name, there are many people are there. Right. So Ramya is staying in so and so street. In the same street, there are 2 Ramyas. Now, if I have to send courier, the courier guy has to deliver to the right Ramya. What he should do? He should be able to identify. So how we will be able to do? We'll have a what? Surname, right? Or family name. That's how we'll be able to identify which Ramya is the right person to receive the courier. Same way, in your LAN connection, you'll be able to have as many IP addresses you want. That is your local IP address. So in my system, if I have to identify, I go to command prompt and search IP config. So see, here it is showing my local IP address 192.168.0.7. Now if I switch on my mobile and see, it will be showing you 0.8 or something like that. Because all these IP addresses are given by who? One internet, which is a hotspot or your Wi-Fi network, something like that. But when you go on internet, that means you are stepping out of your home. That means you will have a public identity. That is what? When you get into a public thing, you will have a public IP address. That is called, that is what this is. Okay, this is called public IP address. So there is a LAN IP address, there is a public IP address. So when you're sending an email, right, you will be represented with this. For me, it won't show the email came from the LAN IP, because that is only for the local reference. Okay, guys. One sec. Yep, I'm sorry. There is some messages from students. So one is the IP address. You guys understood. I hope you guys understood. If not, also don't worry. Okay, this is not that important. Only get to know the basics. Then next is what? DNS. So DNS is what we call domain naming system. Sorry about my writing, guys. I'm trying to improve. Okay, so DNS is domain naming system. How this works, right? I just gave an example of there's a postman, right? He becomes a DNS for you, right? Now I'm trying to reach maybe, I'm going to Hanuratan's place. Okay, now he gave me his address. He told me so and so street, so and so line, something like that. He gave me address, right? So when I'm trying to reach his home, what will happen? Maybe I got confused. Who I'll go? Who I'll call? Maybe I'll call him, or else I'll ask the somewhere, in that area, maybe few people I'll start asking. Okay, this is what the address I supposed to go. Can you guys guide me? So maybe if someone knows it, they'll try to help me out, right? Okay, you take this left, next, so and so house will be Hanuratan's home. Something like that, they'll guide me, right? So those guys are actually your DNS. That's all. Okay, now in the DNS, there are again protection will be there, security, I mean to say, right? So how you actually our security managed. If you guys are able to understand this DNS, IP address, right? So tomorrow when your website, you want to secure your website, it will become easy for you to make it more better. Okay, so basically, right, maybe someone bad person is trying to reach Hanuratan's home, right? The guy who is actually guiding, if he can guess, okay, this guy is not good. I mean, maybe he's carrying something not suspicious. So what that guy can do, he can actually misguide him or say not to tell him the address. Okay, maybe I am the person who is standing there, right? I know Hanuratan, right? So someone is trying to reach Hanuratan's home, okay, and he's carrying something not good, maybe some rod or something, and he's in angry mode. So what I should do? Should I tell where Hanuratan is? Until unless I am having some kind of grudge against him, or I'm angry on him, then I can say, okay, that is the guy, Hanuratan, go and beat him, right? If not, what I should do? I should keep quiet, or else I know him and he's going to get hurt, right? The same way, when now maybe Ramya, right? Ramya launched a website called askuramya.com. Now the DNS what you have is what helping people, right? That means tomorrow I am trying to browse this website askuramya.com. DNS will help me where this website is. Now if she puts a DNS which is not caring for what traffic is coming to her website, what will happen? All the requests will start flowing to her website. That means if there is a genuine user also can reach website. Even if there is a hacker is coming and trying to access her website, they'll be able to reach. Now if you can put this DNS guy with a little intelligence, say that guy should be little responsible enough to find out who is coming to you, right? Who is coming to, who is reaching your website. Maybe I'm trying to browse, that means I'm a genuine guy. I mean, I'm trying to get information from the website. But tomorrow someone is trying to reach with a hacking kind of a thing. Maybe someone from North Korea is trying to reach her website out of the blue. That means there is no, last 1 month no one came from North Korea to visit her website. But suddenly there is an IP address which represents North Korea is coming to reach her website. That means what? There's something suspicious, right? So what immediately DNS should do? It should stop the request saying that, boss, wait, don't go there. Okay, so DNS can be protective as well. So that's why I'm trying to take this basic session. Tomorrow, if there is a when we are implementing security and all, right, you should be able to get to know, oh, this is how it is working. If you don't know how it is working, the moment you enable something, you might miss something, then your website stops completely. Instead of blocking only North Korea, you said block all, right? Then what happens? Even the genuine user, which is me, I'll not be able to reach her website. Okay, that's how this works, right? So DNS. So below DNS, there are multiple things. Okay, now first is what maybe askramya.com is what? Website. It's a website. Sorry. This is a website. Now this is called one type of service. Then what else she can have if I have to reach her? I'm opening her website. That is the one way of communicating to Ramya. What can be other communications? What else I can do? I can send an email, right? So maybe she creates info@askramya.com. Right? That is what email address. So this is a different type of service. Right? Like this, there are multiple services. Okay? In advanced thing, you will be able to learn that. Now DNS, below the DNS, all these things will be created, saying that if someone is browsing her website, that is where it should go. Maybe her website is actually hosted in maybe Singapore. Right, so my request has to go to where? Singapore it should go. Now her email is she taken from Microsoft or Gmail. So they might be in US. Right, is for email. So if I'm trying to reach her on email, this request should go to where? It should go to US. Right, so all these things are actually known by who? Her DNS. Right, so this is how your internet or little more communication, if you go little depth, this is how it works. Okay, guys, just give me quick feedback. It is confusing or easy to understand?
Easy to understand.
Ramya, is it easy?
Yeah, it's easy to understand.
Okay, one more question. Am I going too fast or too slow?
No. Yeah,
It's okay, right?
you're just going in a normal way. Yeah, you're going in a normal way.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Right, so this is how the DNS works, guys. Now we are talking about website, we're talking about email, right? How these things works? Let us look at that. So we have so many things, right? We have a website. What else we have? We have an email. What else? We have social media. Like this, we have multiple things on internet. So we'll be working on what? Of course, social media also will work, but social media is managed by who? Someone else. That means Facebook, right? Facebook is managed by them. So we need not to bother about how they are maintaining and all, right? Every day there are millions of photos are getting uploaded. How it is getting uploaded, where it is getting maintained, that is everything is taken care by who? Facebook. Same way, YouTube. YouTube is managed by Google, right? So Google will take care of all that. When you upload a video, watching video, everything, they will take care. But when you're launching a website, this is your own website, right? It might be. You'll be launching your own website, or tomorrow once you'll start learning this, how this website working, tomorrow you can help other people.